Hello and welcome to the Sky Spirit channel. I hope you are all well and happy and having a fantastic day wherever you are and whenever you're listening to this. Doesn't matter if you're listening to this live, doesn't matter if you're listening to a recording later today. It is the 11th of April. Doesn't matter if you're listening to this far into the future. If you found this video, perhaps there's something that you need to hear. So perhaps there's a message for you here. Right, so astrology wise, we have a day when destiny is big. It's like today is a day astrologically when the decisions that you make are likely to have a big effect on your destiny. So it's like, I don't want to scare you here because that sounds like no pressure, but it's like things that you decide are going to really affect future plans. Morning, Sunsis, and hi, Bailey. So if you've got decisions to make today, make sure that you check all the details and make sure that you're happy with making those decisions. If you're not sure about a decision today, if you can, then put it off. And this is all caused by Mars, which has moved into Cancer, and that's trining the North Node in Pisces while it sextiles the South Node in Virgo. That was a bit of a mouthful. Basically means it's making pretty patterns in the sky with different aspects between the planets, which a sextile is like that, and then a trine is a triangle, and they're really favorable aspects between the planets. So it does mean that it is positive. It's just this is like a it's just the way that this is lined up. It's like destiny, destiny, destiny. Right, let's do a quick collective reading and see what we get here. So right, I've got the 8 of Wands reversed here, and then I've got it next to the 10 of Pentacles. Now, I'm reading this as there is a delay financially. Now, with this being a collective, reading, this could be you, or it could be sort of broader. So it could be like on a global level, but it's just the energy that's around today. So it's like there's a financial, if you're waiting for something financially, or if there's something financially that's happening on a broader sort of scale, then it's going to be delayed. Okay, your 8 of Wands upside down is like these delays in time and stalling and things not happening very quickly. So there's this sort of frustration in the air about finances and money being held up and stalling. But our little outcome card there is a really good card. That's the 6 of Wands, and it's like you've been into battle and you've won card. So what this means is that it's this will resolve itself. Okay, so this will whatever hold up is with the money, then the battle will be won on the good side. So it's like you or on a collective level, you've just got to get through the tough time of this like stall with the finances, and then it should right itself and it should work out favorably. Very favorable card. Okay, let's have a look, and we'll do a 12 card reading. So remember, for this you pick a number between 1 and 12, or more than one number if you feel drawn to. Focus on a question, and then I'll read 12 cards off randomly, and hopefully that will give you some insight into the question or into the energies around you today. Okay, right. And hello to all the Sean Atwood people in the chat. Thank you so much for turning up. It does mean so much to me. Apart from I'm like reading the chat as I'm doing this because I'm not used to having people in the chat. So I'm like, wow, look what this is. Then I keep losing my train of thought, but it's all good. Right, okay. So let's start with number 12 today. Number 12. You've got the 7 of Swords reversed. So I'm like, the 7 of Swords is a funny card because this way round, it can mean something quite underhand. This way round, it's not the exact opposite of underhand. It's like being cunning, like strategizing. Like, is that a word? Strategizing? Like making these plans and sort of it's playing the long game. So it's a card that says to you, okay, I appreciate what you're doing here, and you're sort of laying the groundwork to get something. It's almost like manipulation, but not in a bad way. It's like it's getting what you want, knowing what you want, and then taking whatever path you have to get there. And it's like when you set your heart on a goal and then you work out all these little plans, excuse me. You work out all these little plans as to how you're going to get there, what you're going to do, and think about all these little details. So this is like you today, number 12. This is saying, okay, you're in a planning mode. You should be laying down some groundwork for your future goals today. It's a card that's like, it means, because it's swords, it's like quick energy, it's like intellect. So your brain is in one of those states today that feels like you're sort of crossing all the T's, dotting all the I's. You've got your ducks in a row. You just sort of, things will flow for you today. So this is a card, number 12, where if you've got decisions to make, then you can rest assured that your brain is sort of on point to deal with those things today, because it's got that mercurial side to it. And it's sort of, you are on fire today, I think is the easiest way to say it. Right, number 11. Number 11, you've got the 7 of Wands. So this card acknowledges that you're feeling quite challenged by things going on around you, and that you could be feeling like it's an uphill battle, and it's like whack-a-mole. You're like fighting one thing, battling one thing, and then it's sort of another thing pops up and you're having to get there as well. And you see this guy here is standing in the middle of all his wands, all his problems are in front of him, and he's just like standing there like, I will take you on and I will sort this out. But for now, it just feels a little bit overwhelming. Hi, Casabear. It feels like, you're battle weary a little bit. And it can also mean, this card, it can also suggest that there's a little bit of jealousy going on in the background. So perhaps some of the people that are putting obstacles in your way, or sort of being a bit competitive with you, it could be coming from a place of jealousy or envy, because this is a card that is about competition, and it's very much about sort of challenging you, trying to get where you are, or just trying to one up. It's the one-upmanship, trying to be better than you. So watch out for any underhand sort of dealings, dodgy dealings going on in the background. Just examine people around you that are they working from a place of love, or do they have an ulterior motive, and is it just competitive in some way? So watch out for that, and let me know if that resonates, because that's a really interesting card. Number one, you have Temperance reversed, which is really weird, because like I was listening to something this morning, another podcast, and they were talking a little bit about temperance, and it's a card that's about moderation. And it can also be, when it's reversed, it's like there's a little bit of chaos going on around your life. It's like there's it feels like things can sometimes get a little bit out of control, and it's like you might feel impatient about something. It just feels a little bit unbalanced. It can also be a card that advises you to exercise moderation, and that could be like, it can be as literal as, yeah, cut down on drinking, or stop smoking or something, but it's usually not as literal as that. It's like, are you giving too much of your energy to something? So moderate yourself, and draw back some of your energy, rather than sort of giving it away, if you see what I mean. There's an imbalance here. It's a really good card. It's a major arcana card, which means that it has a far-reaching effect on your life, and it's really powerful. So the advice from the card is to have a look around, and where is your imbalance with money or with energy? Or is it something literal, like do you need to address the balance in your diet? or do you need to address something where you're putting a lot of energy? So it can be physical, it can be emotional, can be mental. So just see where you can exercise some moderation today and bring back the balance of temperance, because temperance is like such a calm angel, and she's all about balance. And what she's doing is pouring water from one cup to the other, and she stands in water as well. And that's about balancing the emotions. If you remember, water in the tarot is about emotions. So it's basically, the message is, when you achieve your balance, your emotional state will settle and become calmer, and this sort of feeling of chaos will dissipate. So you've got a whole weekend ahead of you to exercise moderation and bring the balance back into your life. Number two, what a lovely card. You have the Four of Wands. Now, the Four of Wands is about partnerships, marriage, engagements, or if that's not on the cards for you literally, then it can be about a relationship moving to the next level, can be about the coming together of new people, can be new people on the horizon. And these new people are likely to be very stable, somebody that you could perhaps look forward to a future with. It's a card of domestic, materialistic, and emotional security and balance. By Bailey. Thank you. It's a card that talks about a feeling of being at home, a feeling of getting to where you wanted to be, and you can sort of relax a little bit and sort of just appreciate what you have. If you are in a relationship, then perhaps this relationship will be moving up a level, changing gear. You know, when you move perhaps to a different level of commitment or something like that. Now, if you're not in a relationship and you're thinking, well, this doesn't apply at all, remember that we all have a relationship with ourselves, and we all have a relationship with everybody around us. And that's not me just trying to cover all my bases just in case that doesn't apply to you. It's true. You have that emotional sense of well-being with yourself. You know when you're happy with yourself, you know when you're not happy with yourself. Same as all the friends around you, and even your pets, even your animals. So it's a card that speaks of that union and of happiness in the stability of that union. So it looks like you're going to have a wonderful weekend ahead. If you've got the chance to stay at home and spend time with loved ones, then this card would tell you that's a really good idea. Number three, you have the Empress. The Empress is a wonderful card, and she is going places, and so are you. This card is about creativity and drive. This card can talk of travel or news from abroad. This card is about fertility, and it's about making things happen. The Empress is one of the she's kick-ass, and she's one of the most powerful ladies in the deck of tarot cards, and she's basically the mother of the major arcana. And so she brings that creativity, which isn't just necessarily like being able to craft or paint or whatever. It can be like creativity on a grand scale. So like manifesting what you want in life, manifesting ways forward, creating new pathways, creating excitement and opportunities. So the Empress, she sits here, and there's in a fertile garden, and that's to symbolize that it's like this fertile ground for you today for actually growing new ideas. So metaphorically, plant those seeds and get ready for a good harvest, because today you're the Empress. You have also got there's a path in the background that goes off into the distance, and that symbolizes the fact that the Empress can be associated with travel, and it's like an acknowledgement that you're on the right path, and any opportunities that come your way today about progression and travel and moving to different places, whether that's literal or whether it's moving to different places at work or something like that, a different phase of work, then it's favorable today. So you should snap up any offers while you have this wonderful, creative, successful energy around you. Number 10, you've got the Magician reversed. So the Magician is a really, really powerful card. He's about, you see his arms are like that, and he's not doing a dance. It's like as above, so below. What that means is he's using the powers of everything to manifest his desires and to manipulate sort of the elements, or to manipulate earth, air, fire, water. He can make it all happen. Think Moses parting the sea. Think, telekinesis. Think Carrie starting fires. Think that kind of thing. It's like he is filled with power. However, with him being reversed, it's a blockage for you if you chose this card today, number 10. It feels like you have the power. You have the power to make a decision or to move into an area where you really want to do something, yet there's this blockage. And it can be that somebody else is creating this blockage, but with it being the magician, he's an independent man who he makes his own destiny. So it feels like perhaps this blockage is of your own making, or perhaps there's a different way you can tackle it and use the powers that you have, because the magician is almost unaware of just how powerful he is. And it's like, don't let anybody tell you that you're not powerful enough to do what you have to do, because you do have that power. It's just like you're feeling blocked today, and you could feel like doors have been closed where you could have done something, but just hang on in there, because the true energy of the magician card is still around you. So it's only a matter of time. And I always ask the cards to give me a day's worth of energy readings before I start. So it's only a day's worth of this energy, and then hopefully you will move into this sort of orientation of the card, which is that making things happen, manifesting what you want, and moving things forward. Number nine, you've got, oh, I love this card. This is the Star. The Star is a lovely card. I hope everybody in the chat chose this card. I really do. So I hope you all chose number 9. The Star is a beautiful card. It's a card of hope, but it's also about manifesting your dreams and being able to, it's like follow your star. It's advising you to, like, don't let go of your dreams, follow your star in the sky, because good things are going to come of that. It's like, it's a card that if you're suffering from ill health, it often gives you a little nudge that things are turning and you're going in the right direction. It's a card that is, if you've been feeling a bit down, it's like there is light at the end of the tunnel. It's a card that's saying if you've had new ideas, then follow your star, follow your heart, get there, because it's really favorable for you to do that. And honestly, it's just one of those cards where you can just visualize what it is, and like sort of the light in the sky, and you following it, and just that singularity of that path forward, and then knowing that what you're doing is right, and every single step you take forward is a step in the right direction and a step in towards your star. And you'll see that the lady, she's a bit nudie-doo on there. Should I cover her boobs? Then she is pouring water into like a lake, and that's to show you that what you're doing is also feeding back into your emotional well-being. So this is not only something that's going to physically improve you, if it's something to do with health, it's also an emotional boost. It's also going to feed you on an emotional level, on a soul level. It's like food for the soul. It's going to improve everything that you're doing, everything that you feel. So it's like multi-sensory, multi-universe, all that kind of thing. The star is shining on you today. So if anybody had that card, then do let me know, and let me know at the end of today if you had a day filled with starlight. Number four, you've got the 7 of Pentacles reversed, and I feel like I've just fallen off the star now, and this isn't quite as positive. But don't despair, because it's not that bad. The 7 of Pentacles reversed is about feeling that you're not being rewarded for what you've been doing, feeling that you have put too much into something and somebody's not appreciating it, they're not appreciating you. It's the card where you feel a bit taken advantage of or taken for granted. It can also be a card that comes up when when you've done really well at work, and then you think, oh, this is gonna, somebody's gonna recognize that and just say, oh, well done or something, but nothing happens, and they just ride ramshot over you and don't even mention it, or you get rewarded with more responsibility rather than a pay rise, and you're like, why did I even bother? So it's that kind of feeling. It's like this. I love explaining the pictures because I'm just really visual, and I think they make all the difference. This guy is standing, okay, and he's so proud because he's planted all these pentacles in here, and they've grown and they're ready to be harvested. So when it's up this way, this card is like enjoy the harvest. But when it's up this way, it's like, okay, you've put the work in, but it's not paying off. It doesn't seem to be paying off. And it seems to be really blocked, and it's frustrating. And it can be really difficult to feel like that. So, but always remember, when a card is blocked, the energy of the upright situation is still around you. So it's still in your energetic sphere. So it's just a question of today. Remember, this is a 1-day reading, and I always ask the cards to only give me 24 hours before I start in the morning. So hopefully it's just something that's affecting today, and this energy is going to reform into the upright sort of energy of the card, and you'll start to feel more rewarded for the effort that you've put into something. So let me know how that is for you, because I know I sort of rambled on a bit there, but it's a difficult card to interpret. Because it's pentacles, it's usually work, but not necessarily, because it's like the card of harvest and the card of not feeling that you're being, that you're getting that harvest and feeling taken for granted, and that can be really emotional too. So what I'm trying to say there, I am blithering on again, is it could be work, it could be romance, it could just be your feelings, yeah? So let me know how that resonates with you. Number five, 6 of Swords, reversed. I feel like you're stuck in a situation and you sort of know that you should move on from it, but it keeps replaying in your mind, and it keeps, you know that you would be better moving away, metaphorically, from the situation, or putting it out of your mind, or to just, compartmentalize and shove this thing somewhere else so that you can move forward, so that you can be the upright position and hot foot it over the sea there to start this new phase of life. So this card is just saying that at the moment it feels like you're stuck, and you're realizing that the best course of action for you would be to sort of cut something off and move on from it. So it's like drawing that line in the sand, and then you move on with the rest of your life. It's like trying to put something to bed. Could be a person, could be, with it being swords, sometimes it's like, it's just words that somebody said to you, and they'll keep replaying in your head, and you keep sort of almost torturing yourself of going over arguments, or just like things that people have said that weren't very nice. And it's like, it's time to shut that down. It's time to move on from that part, whether it is words, whether it's a person, whether it's just a state of mind that you've been in at some point. Now that you have to put that to bed. And in order to progress, and in order to regain full happiness, and to appreciate your life for all the blessings that you have, you're going to have to shut the door on this thing and resume the upright energy of this card and travel away from it. Because this card is, the guy is rowing the boat. I say it's like one of those poles. So is he poling the boat? Is that what it's called? And there's somebody sitting on the front. So they're getting taken across the seas to a new land. And that should be you. It should be you leaving the past behind, leaving this event or person or state of mind behind, and traveling to new lands. Okay, number six. Number 6, you've got the 8 of Pentacles reversed. This is a card that is about learning skills, but because it's reversed, it's about the misuse of skills. So it's like you're either overqualified for something, or you've got some skills and training to do something, but it feels like you're not fulfilling your ambitions. So it would be like if you had a PhD in astrophysics, and you were doing a different job and thinking, I really should be doing astrophysics, but you're working I don't know, in a garden centre. So you like, there's something not quite working right for you there. It's like if you've put a lot of learning into something and it's not being utilized. Now, this doesn't have to be as literal as, you know, the example I've just given you. It was a bit extreme, but it can be like you've put a lot of effort into learning something about somebody and it feels like you're not really putting that to good use. It could be that you're ignoring what you know about somebody. So when you're trying to interpret this card, just know it's about skill and it's about it being misused, misinterpreted, misread, misguided. Okay, so it can be to do, as I said, literally with training. It can be to do with learning about somebody but ignoring that knowledge. It can also, I just thought of something there and I can't remember what it is again. My head's gone totally blank. Yeah, ambition. When I started rabbiting on, that's what I was talking about. It's that ambition. Did you fulfill your ambition, or is there something that you want to go back to and you want to use your skills to actually accomplish? And this doesn't have to be a like PhD in astrophysics. It's like if you learned something, like I remember when I learned how to sew a hem and I was like over the moon with it, and like that's something I should go back to because I've got curtains that need hemmed. So that's a sort of example on the other end of the scale. But that sort of thing, what is it that you've learned that you're not using? Number seven, you have got the Hierophant. This is a card that is an interesting one. It's about structure, organization. Think Freemasons, think big corporations, pharma. Also think marriage, because it's a church card. It's indicative of that sort of hierarchical structure which you find in the church. It can also be talking about the balance backwards and forwards between following an unorthodox path and following an orthodox path. So if you're somebody that is into alternative paths, or if you're learning about something esoteric, something that's out of the ordinary, then you're following this path, the unorthodox, like sort of a little bit off the beaten track. And it could be that there's a struggle with the Hierophant in the upright position. And this can be an internal struggle with you thinking, am I doing this right? Am I going down the right path here? Or am I, you know, have I got my head buried in the sand and I need to focus on more realistic things? Or it could be somebody else that's sort of, I don't know, like saying to you, why are you doing that? You're not even doing that right. This is what you should be doing. You should be doing it like that. And, you know, advising you not to follow the path that you've chosen. So whether this is an internal battle for you, and whether it's somebody else that's giving you that sort of vibe of trying to make you keep on the straight and narrow with what you're doing. It's like trying to make a square peg fit in a round hole, trying to make you conform. So the message from this card is, it's a major arcana card, so it's really powerful. And the message from the Hierophant reversed is, your alternative path is your path. It's unique to you and you should follow it, because there's so many different ways up the mountain, but they all lead to a beautiful view at the top. So it's more important to follow your own way of doing something rather than to just conform for the sake of it. And you're heading in the right direction anyway, because the card can go either way up. Many paths, same destination. Finally, and yes, I can answer questions at the end. I think I just seen that go past in the chat. I'll have to scroll up when I've done this final card and see if there's any questions there. Right, okay, finally we have number 8. I finished on 8 today. I purposely didn't finish on 9 because I finished on 9 about 3 days in a row, wondering what on earth's going on. So we've got the Page of Wands reversed. So the Page of Wands can be reversed, can be a message which is a bit, I don't want to say upsetting. It's just like a message that was unexpected and could be a little bit of news that makes you have to rethink something, because the Page of Wands is a card of energy, and it's a card where you can be putting energy into something, or waiting for the result of something, or waiting for somebody to get back to you. And when the page is upside down, because this is it's a message as well, it can indicate that there's the information's coming, but it's not what you expected, or the information is going to be, it's going to shake things up a little bit and turn things on their head. So it's going to cause that sort of, oh, I'm not sure if we can do that or if that's a good idea. But when you look at it, you could find that it's actually a better idea and it's actually better advice than you imagined to start with. I think it's one of those energies where at first it's like, oh, but then when you think about it, it's sort of, it feels like it fits into place more, because the full energy of the Page of Wands is that moving forward. It's that optimism, creativity. It's this is the person that comes along when things are going wrong and they gather everything up and they go, right, come on, let's move, let's go forward. This is the way that we're going to do this. Give me a tick list. We're going to do this, and everything will be sorted. So don't let this news or information that comes to you today in the form of the reversal put you off and sort of stop you from moving forward when this energy returns and comes back to its full upright capability, which is that energy and drive forward. So let me know how that resonates with you. I'd like to hear that. If not if you can't by the end of today, then let me know on Monday, because I will be back at 10:30. Right, that is the 12 card reading. Now I'm going to scroll up in the chat here. And sure, I think I might have seen a question or two. I haven't evolved to the state where I can actually look at the chat and speak at the same time. And I should have worn my glasses because I can barely see it anyway. Right, I'll see if I can work out. Oh, bless you too, honestly. Bless the Sean Atwood crew. And thank you for the lovely comments about the artwork. I don't think there is a question on there. My eyes are going funny now from scrolling down. No, I don't think there is. Yeah, thank you, KLG. I should have just said that, shouldn't I? If you had a question, can you type it in again at the bottom, because I can't see the chat. I'll just give it a minute, and then if not, then I shall see you on Monday. And as I said, if you are watching this at any time, then do take the messages, whatever time, whenever, wherever you're watching this. And please subscribe to the channel, because it does really help me. I'd like to keep doing this every weekday morning at 10:30. I love doing it. So subscribing would help me continue to do that. And just to add, I'm on Beverly Road show tomorrow at 6 o'clock, the Saturday Psychic show. So that's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm dead nervous about it already again. But it will be fun anyway. Right, okay, I don't think we have any questions. Okay, I'm just reading Mandy's feedback there. Thank you. I'm glad that was accurate, Mandy. I'm just still reading the comments here. Right. Thank you so much for being with me this morning. Thank you so much to the Sean Atwood crew. You're amazing. And I shall see you later. And I'll see you on the Sean Atwood channel later as well. Thank you very much, and stay weird.